Okay, in this video, I hope to be able to explain the importance of aspect of a mountain in determining the temperature of the area. In order to do that, I'm going to use something called Google Maps. This is something available on your phone as well. And we're going to use Shimla as an example of a hill to try and understand this. So to begin with, let's find this is the Jaggu Mandir, which is at the top of Shimla. It's the highest point in Shimla. I'm going to click on something called satellite, which will convert the map into a picture. This is the Jaggu Mandir. Okay, you can zoom into the Jaggu Mandir. And here you can see that's the mandir. This is the area with the statue. Now I'm going to use a special trick here. You can see this over here. This is a compass that's pointing north. So this tells us that this direction is north. Coming down is south. The white part of this compass is south and the red part is north. I'm going to convert this to 3D, and when I convert it to 3D, what it does is it changes it into, we now have a view of the hill itself. So let's zoom out a little bit and let's begin. Aspect is the face of a mountain and the direction that that face is oriented in. So if we look at this, if you look at the compass over here, this is still north, this direction is north. That means we are looking at this mountain from the southern side. This is what we call the southern aspect of a mountain. Now, the importance of the southern aspect in determining temperature is that in winters, as we've seen, the sun rises further south, so it does not actually rise in the east, it rises in the southeast. So if we consider this part to be the east, then we can imagine the sun rising somewhere here in the southeast, and the sun will go across to the southwest through the day. Of course, what you see is that the southern aspect of the hill gets sun throughout the day. Which are the parts of Shimla that get sun throughout the day? Let's see. This is Sanjoli. I don't know if you can recognize it, right? So this is Sanjoli. Zoom out a little more and look at these parts. So this is Devnagar, this is Sector 8, this is parts of New Shimla, and yeah, this is just above Devnagar. So it's not entirely clear because there's a lot of distortion. It's not a real photograph. That's Tenzin Hospital, Panthagati. All of these are the sunny areas of Shimla because they're on the southern face, which means that in winter also they will get sun throughout the day. Now let us use this rotational arrow to try and get to the other side of the hill and have a look. Now again, that's Jaggu Temple. This here you might notice is the Shimla Mall Road and Ridge part. Now concentrate a little bit here. What you will realize is, oops, we've gone somewhere else. Where is Shimla? Yeah, that's Shimla. Sorry about that. So when you go here, you realize this photograph was taken in winter, and you can see there's some amount of snow over here. This is the western aspect of Shimla. Now, what happens in the western aspect? Remember, the sun is not rising in the east and setting in the west. It's rising in the southeast and setting in the southwest, because of which some parts, like this part, will get shaded in the morning by the ridge over here. So as the sun is rising, this part does not get sun until the sun crosses this ridge, which will happen at around noon. So these parts of the western face will remain cold until late morning or afternoon, Let's rotate it a little more and see the north face of Shimla. So here we see the north face of Shimla, and as you might have noticed, compare it to the south face, this is full of snow, which means it's significantly colder. This is Kendriya Vidyalaya, Lakkad Bazaar, and if we go a little further back, that's Auckland School, and here is the famous IGMC, all of which are full of snow. Why full of snow? Because this is the southern face, and in the southern face, remember, the sun is rising in the southeast and setting in the southwest. All of these areas remain shaded by the ridge through the day. Let's go now to the eastern face. We are now looking at it from the Dingu Mandir side in Sanjoli. So this is the eastern face, and similar to the western face, it gets sunlight for half the day. So what happens is, as the sun is moving to the west, now that is southwest over there, as the sun is moving southwest, for the second half of the day, that is after morning or afternoon, this ridge begins to shade the portions beneath it, and that as a result, these parts will be a little colder than the southern face. So there you have it. Yeah, the aspect is the face of the mountain and the direction in which it faces. So this face is facing southwards. Therefore, we call this the southern aspect. This is the sunniest. This is the sunniest aspect of the mountain.